Right, those who are on, thanks for coming on. Those who call, get on. You can tell me off another time. Happy St George's Day, people.
And you,
Right.
mate.
Hey?
And you.
Uh-huh. Right, Russian. Loads of leaves still about. Might have to get some more. Stevens Park I'll go to now because there's loads of large fields there and I can have a good run about, which is better. And I likes the water and all. Right, two blackberries I got last year. These are Loch Ness. Late fruiting. September, obviously, for our show. And one day do very well, so I binned him. His leaves are a bit yellow, most of them. This one's done well. He's gone straight across and there's fruit just coming on him now. And that one is for next year fruit. So I'm training him up. But sorting that one out. Because yellowing of leaves mainly, the main causes, two main causes, nitrogen deficiency or waterlogging. So I looked at this chap and I got all the old gump out, loads of worms in because I put loads of muck. So that went straight in the composting. Sun was out, so Russian was outside watching me, keeping an eye on me. Got loads of stuff out, and then when I got to the end, loads of watering. That was drenched, meaning my hole had filled up. That's why I've got yellow leaves. There's too much weight in the bottom, drowning the roots. So I threw all that crap in my compost bin. I just had a ping. I bet that's off Jeffrey. That's no good. Steve Masters could not get on. Crap. Zoom, what do they piss about with these things? There's so much work in leaving.
I agree.
Bring that bloody crap in last week, 2 weeks ago. Right, so starting off again, proper drainage. A drop of brew underneath. Now I've got to wait for me, because I've sent away for another blackberry, same one. Lucian's outside in the sun, got her a stick. Exactly the same again, put a bit of muck underneath. The old stuff, this is the stuff out of the big one as well. You remember my 3 large canners were in here, big Durban canners. Got it empty in as well. And all that stuff come out. It was decent. Just about make the hole out there. Obviously they've all got holes in the middle. But you know, all the crap dripping out, so I just put something over to stop the gunk coming out. But the other one, for some reason, the small one with a blackberry, it got blocked. I mean, these ain't flush. So all the gump out of that one, out of my canner tub, was on the raised bed. And there's a tulip. It should look like one of them, which he don't. It don't look very well at all, so we went straight to the pit. So he's had another top dressing. Them 2 might come out as well next year. Right, make sure me tub's nice and level, which is. Propagator still on in the greenhouse, end of the greenhouse, on the bottom bench, because there's still stuff that I'm starting off. And once it was started, like these, the canners, once they come spurted like in, and they'll come out. But them lot I check daily. There's another 2 canners coming through, which is one I want. But as soon as they do a show spurt in the propagator, then they come out on top. Goosegob's doing well. I mentioned last week about somebody did a trial with the pyjams. Now I know it's good anyway because it's one of my compost ingredients. A chap who tried it in Australia a few years ago. So there's goodness in it. Well, it's got to be goodness in it. It's a natural product. But he's been trialling it as a top dressing. So I thought, go on, I'll give that a go. So we have Lucifer, another one, just upending. Yep, nice white roots, that's what I want to see. It's doing well. And the top dressing as well. There's a couple more seeds left in my jam jar of warm water. This was in the propagator as well. See, like little spurt on it. And the rest I've got going. This weight is just starting to get a bit dirty, and you have to replace it. So you check them every 3-4 days or something. Change the waiter as well. Another job done. Tulips just started coming out down here. In fact, these are up on the top now as well. There's a nice bit of colour. Few more poking through. Then we'll cover. Just go back on that one when. This one is a 6 partition tray. So it's half a tray. But that's ideal. Because in the propagator I can get this in with a full size seed tray. Which is good for me. So there's the old waiter coming out. Me putting clean cups in. Clean the seeds off and the labels as well. Water replaced. Right, the last two of Lucifer canna seeds. That's in the. This was in the propagator, so that's nice. And warmish water. And you can see both got a spurt on there. Perfect. So I'm getting ready. I've got multi-purpose compost which with the vermiculite. That's what I want to see. Still trialing different methods to get them to root. So this one we're doing one with my own compost and one with clover. So there's clover. And there's my own. And they're about the same size. So that's another trial. Give them a good soaking. What I do is give them a good weighting and then lift the cup. And if it's coming out the bottom, then obviously I know the weight has gone straight through. I'll then put him on the side and let him dry properly. Or I'll put him back in the propagator. We'll keep an eye on them as well. These lots at the end of their greenhouse, I need a good watering, say every other day. Surprising how much they do dry out, because there's an automatic window above them. So when the sun is out, well, there's 2 windows, so they do get ventilation. Well, during the day, the door's wide open anyway. Right, you can see where I've moved them to from there, and that's where they used to be. Then I moved them from there. So them 2 are drying out, so I'm going back in the propagator. Here they go. Right, leaf mould. Let's have a look at this chap. Beautiful stuff. Right, I'll get my gloves on for the gaffer. My marigolds. All I'm doing is getting a double handful and I'm rubbing it out, meaning to break down even smaller. Plus I'm getting the lumps out and the worms. You won't get so many worms in as you do in muck, but you still get the worms. So getting quite a bit of crap out as well. Obviously that was with the twigs and collecting the leaves up. Good sign there, centipede. There's loads of worms in, as we can see. So the worms I'm putting in the jam jar. They need twigs and that, which are going to break down. That'll go in there. And they will go up the side as a top dressing where my fruit trees are. I can break down there. Then an empty compost bag. the rubbed out leaves in that one. And the further you get down, the bag of leaf mould, the wetter it is, i.e. because it's going to dry out from top, although it's tied up. So that's where all the worms are going to be, or most of them, where it's more moist underneath. So I'm getting more out now. Plus being a bit moist, more moist than what it was up top, it's harder to rub out, but I'm still doing it anyway. So we've got another dollop there, my jar's filling up. Once I have finished, it's surprising how many worms are going to be stuck to the side of the bag, so I'll pick all them off and all. Turn that inside out. One bag left there. That was stuff spurting. Started growing in the leaf mould, so I'm going to do that one as well. Right, there's all my leaves that have got worms in them. Or I put the leaves on the top just to look after them. Pull them on.
How old's that leaf mould you just got out the bag?
Just before Christmas. November. Probably November.
About 6 months then, probably.
Mm.
Okay, cheers.
Worms on the bottom of the jar. I'm going to huddle together, keep cool. Put that lot I threw back into the compost heap. That's me other bag out. This was probably 2 months after, just after Christmas. I got this dollop. Just 2 dollops I had in leaf mould. As you can see, they're still breaking down. Still some big lumps in there. But there's quite a few worms in this one as well. This one's a bit more moist. Don't forget now we're also with my leaf mould. You've got to wet every leaf that goes in. Plus I'll put topsoil in. This way bacteria and fungi. There's still twigs in there, but they'll come out. So I'm doing exactly the same again. Big lumps there, but once I've rubbed it out, then it breaks up nice and beautiful, good brew. And I'm getting the crap out, which will go in the compost heap, all the green stuff. Then the crap which I can do nothing, that'll go as a mulch. Be careful with the leaf mould. If you get them up with a rake or something, if it is outside in the public, like where I get mine, you know, have a chance of picking bits of glass up as well. So just be careful. Picking it up and rubbing it out. Just going away nicely. Now this lot is still working down, because I've got a bag I can use now as a compost ingredient. This one is going to get put back to rest again, let it break down a bit more. So I'm going to add some more soil to it. I've got a bit more kitchen waste, so I've chopped that up for the compost, and all my different ingredients, natural products, and the extras, that's all mixed up. Even feathers, then will break down. Put my carbon in, shredded newspaper, egg boxes, blue rolls, ripped up. Smaller the ingredients, the quicker the breakdown process. And if you can mix it, even better. Leaf mould added, mix that up. Better still. That lot's put in, spread out. It's too dry, taking to do nothing. If it's moist, it will do something, so wait it. You can't have water because you've got drainage. Carpet on top, if the carpets are dry, wet them as well. Right, another bag of leaf mould, finish that one. Roots and just nicked a leaf, more I was adding a bit of topsoil. Give that a good mix up and a good soaking. Still got the holes in the bottom of the bag. Squash all the air out, knot it, bung him back in the shed. Have a look at him in a month's time. Clover compost, I'm still rubbing this out by hand. be able to get any composts. It's been stored on a pallet, and they get compact. So you've got to rub them out. Well, you've got to rub them out anyway, get all the crap out. You see all the rubbish I'm picking out there. And that's $1 out. I think there's about 3 pebbles in there as well. So this is me carrot mix, my stump carrot beds. Obviously silver sand. This is a sand only been propagated what I used to have in the lot. So utilising that. I think that's 4:1 ratio. So I've got all the lumps out of the clover. One mix. That's ready for later on. So I've done my 3 boxes at the bottom. Now I'm going to fill them 3 up. Which I have done there. Now, when I used to grow them before for show, stump carrots, I'm going to get 3 in him. Which we'll go through later on anyway. But when I used to do down the plot, in the big plastic, well, they're not oil drums, but I think they had soap in them. But I used to put little greenhouses over them, meaning I cut the tops off plastic bottles and I put them over once I put the seed in, and that was like a little cloche, and it helped the seed to germinate because we're still getting cold nights. So for these, I've tried me out a cider bottle from Lidl, and the Mrs. tonic bottle, and that one is what I'll be using because I can get 3 of them in. Them are a bit too big to get 3 stations on, so I'll be saving all them and cutting them off that there. But we'll cover that later on when I bung the seed in. I think that might be next week, 2 weeks time or something. So that's them lot top dressed as well. Why are them on top of them? This is so I can get a root on the carrots, nice long tap root. Obviously with the carrots they might come down to about there. These will be 3 sowings. Right, Russian. I took this photo. This is back down Stevens Park, down Loy. If I remember, the week before last, I went to his mate's funeral, Ray Paul. And this is a photo because the cemetery's there where he got buried, and there's his allotment site. And they buried him right up against the fence, so he couldn't just pop his head out and have a look at his old plot. There's Russian in the greenhouse, and there's my flower. Once my flower fell off, there's my first melon. Hope I've got him later on. Gladys, got to skin these down, ready. I'll just get me a knife in. If you ain't got a nail or something, just get a knife. Not too close, that's just to get inside, so I can skin them all down to this. Basically what I'm looking for is any disease that's inside, because it can hide it, these old skins. So them lot are coming from the garage. I should go through that lot. I did these obviously last week or something when the missus went out for the night with the mates, so I could have the music on, and I went through these. Obviously Russian is there and all. Another lot to go through. That's what I'm looking for. With that skin on, you can't see what it's like. But also taking it off, if there's any that's soft, which I had a soft one about 2 years ago, I ain't done any since. But this one, you can tell it's naff, so it goes straight in the bin. That's them lot done. I'll get another lot in. Last 4 done. Obviously them are 2 different lots, so I'll separate them. Them 3 there are spurting, which He's telling me to bung them in, so I'm doing the first 3 that do in, which are them 3 there. So looking at that one, I mean years ago I just used to pin them, but now with the talk of Nigel Co, you know, just slice that crap off and get around it that way. Or if you've got 2 good eyes in the middle, slice it down the middle. But what I'm after is the strongest eye spurred nearest to the middle. Like them are all near them, so I got away with that. He's the closest, there's another one there, but he's further away from him. So that'll be dug out there. I only want 1 shoot per corm. Underneath, you can see the old roots there. But the new roots are telling you, or I'm trying to, well, I'm showing themselves there, and that's what you want to see. He's asking you, plant me out, mate. So, okay then. So, them are okay. I'll slice that bit off, just in case. And I've still got this green sulphur. I don't know whether I can still get it all, whether it's banned. I can remember years ago they used to use it on gladdies and also store in the dahlia corms. So there's the chap I'm going to slice off. Cut all the small bits of crap off some of them. And then just seal it. Stop disease getting in. So them 3 have got spurted. It's telling me they want to go out. I'm going to plant them out. So I've got my hole. This is in the raised bed top of the garden. Once I've filled in, I'll then put my label in so I know where he is. I just want to get these up later on. Well, I might leave them in, don't know yet. But I'll just put a label in, just as a reminder. And the other end of the raised bed, exactly the same again. Nice strong spurt on him. This is an old potato peeler. I thought I put a whipping on. What I learned when I was in the mob. But these are excellent for getting eyes out of the gladdies. I've got these out before with my thumb and with a knife out, the kitchen sharp knife. You've got to get right in there because it will come back again. But if you do get all the crap out, then you'll just have the 1 flower. So you might have 3, 4 eyes on, and I'll get the lot out, which I have done there. Obviously, if there's a big scar, I'll put a bit of green sulphur on it. So that one is going in a pot. Just trying that road. Velvet eyes, come on to him later on. Jeffrey, have you managed to get on, mate? Crap. Jeffrey's bunged these on for us. So I've got to waffle through. So that's got to be somewhere from where he lives. Walking to his plot. This has got to be on his site. Obviously, no telling. These might be at home. So there's his window. It's got to be a sun trap. I'll be turning him round, Jeffrey. But there's his sweet taters. How he starts his off. That's something I've never been able to do. They look like tomatoes. I know this is on his plot. He's had some decent colour on there. Leeks from last year as well. Done well with them. Now this is his nephew and his mate. He come to London last weekend. He met Brum on his market stall. Do they like a full English? Yeah, anybody likes a full English. I've just had a ping. Is that Jeffrey? No, Steve. Then he could call get on either. Crap. So he's got a nice bit of colour down the plot. Sorry, I ain't gonna look anymore. I've got to look because it's small tulips coming through. Fruit bushes, getting the blossom on. Oh, he likes his fruit and all. Another dollop of leeks. More tulips. Just a nice bit of colour. There's loads of blossom. More blossom on their trees than what I've got on mine. This has got to be in his tunnel. You've got stuff coming through there as well. There's his sweet potatoes coming through. So he sliced them and bunged them in as well with them. That was a special mix. So me again have a clue what that was. All that. I'm gonna have Ben will come back soon, sort this bloody zoom out. Arseholes. So he's got a bit of stuff going in the greenhouse. They look like sweet peas. It could be eating leeks or onion. That's got to be his compost tea or one of his brews. Gotta be. Yep. Look like blanched leeks. More tulips. Thank you, Jeffrey. Although you warrior. Right, this is I took this one because it seemed as though we'd had nearly 2 weeks and no sun. And the sun would just come out, so I took a photo of it just in case we didn't see it again. But it did come out because that was a bit later on the field. Taking root. Luckily that cut the grass. This is a council, which is always a good sign. That means it's getting warmer. Plus, that's another good sign for me. Comfrey. It's now large enough to pick. So I picked some of that. Because that cut the grass, I'd lick some grass as well. I don't get grass cuttings anymore. Both nitrogen. So I'll get them on and chop them both up with scissors. Then mix them. Perfect. Put a bit of leaf mould in them. Another layer of goodies on the compost bin. Get away from it, cover it. Paul on.
Jeffrey's just come on.
Has he?
Yeah, just see his name come up. Alright.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, just got in. Somebody sent me a link.
Good man. Which link did they send you, or do you know it? Don't matter anyway.
I think it's 13th of April or something.
Oh.
I'll have a look and tell you later.
Right, I've waffled through your lot, but you have to do it properly now.
Okay.
Good man.
Right. This is the late daffodils, and I'd like to know if anybody knows the name, like in the parks and recreations here. They plant daffodils and tulips and everything in like green spaces around the town. But the yellow daffodils all come out, then the tulips, then these are now, and they're daffodils but late ones, because you see them everywhere now, like in pots. Only the white ones are still blossoming, and the others have all gone. So if anybody could tell me the name, because I'd like them to put in my tulip pots for late color.
Of course, I've seen them, haven't I? Nice.
You can see all the yellow bits where the yellow daffodils have died off.
Yeah.
And then these are the late ones, but I can't find them. Yep, next. This is what I've managed to do. I've put all of this on now this week, but it's been a lot of rain, so The first pots of seedlings on the right are dahlias. The ones at the bottom, dahlias. Then on the top, the one above that, tomatoes, the Virgo, disease-resistant outdoor big tomatoes. Tennis ball size I got last year, very good, so I'm trying them again. The one above that are delphinium mix I got from eBay, so they're doing good. Should be, what's it called, ocelot or something, or yeah, I think it's ocelot. Then above there are just tomatoes. They're called moneymaker, the ones you have in England.
Yeah.
Then on top, the yellow tomatoes. Yeah, they're the ones I always grow, but I got seed from the store this time, so they're called yellow pear. And then the other tomatoes are called pineapple. They're big, meaty tomatoes. And then the sweet potato slips. I've potted them all on now, and they're not outside. They're on the windowsill still, but in individual pots. And the rest of them are all in the polytunnel. They should be okay, but they're giving 0 temperatures overnight for 3 nights next week. So we'll see how it goes.
Paul, you had your hand up. Have you got a question?
Yeah, Jeffrey. When it's dark, go down and look at them white daffodils, and you got something there. Take the bulbs up.
You can go in there and kind of do it. If you can leave them alone, it's better. So you leave them alone, see how we can get the seeds or something out of them.
Yeah, I'll dig a few. Take them out. No one knows.
You haven't done your cannas yet. You haven't dug them up yet.
No. Not yet.
Okay. So that's the kind of mixed pots I make every year. As you can see, the daffodils have died off.
Yeah.
And now it's the tulips. So I'd like the white daffodils to be in there now with the mix of the tulips color. That's why I'd like to know what they are. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody's showing me something. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll have a look at the daffodils. Paul Davis. Thank you. This is elephant garlic. Just among them in, and they keep going. They're very strong plants. They're looking really, really good. No allium or anything on them. They're looking great. Here we go. That's me, my godson with the Chelsea cap on, and his friend when we went to London for the show they wanted to see, Star Wars Infinity or something at the XL. So I went over there for a few days. Well, 2 days really. It cost a hell of a lot of money. Yeah,
Do they like our beer?
yeah, but it wasn't really your beer. I cheated with him, but he's in the bathroom, so he doesn't know. But I ordered 0% alcohol for them, but they don't know. But to be on the safe side, if I said I take bitter to them or something and they don't like it, because I don't like bitter.
Yeah.
It used to be double D that I drank. That was awful. So I said no. I said I'm going to keep safe and go like Stella or Foster's, but they didn't have Stella, so I got Foster's, and for them I got Foster's Nil.
Oh no.
But they don't know.
Well, anyway, Foster's.
I'll do that with Paul tomorrow night at the committee meeting.
You can bog up.
And that's Mr. Pulteney I met at the market. I went up there, and first I went to, what's it called, Columbia Road Market, flower market. Very good. And then walked up to Bed's place. That's what they eat for breakfast.
Making me hungry. I'm gonna move on.
And that's like all the pots from last year, I moved to the fence. So the pots from this year are going to move to the last bit of the fence. So it's all colored there next year. And the like empty pots that you can see, they're actually all the cormlets from the pips Yeah, from the pips I got last year
Oh,
from Ukraine. So they're all in there, 200 pots. And all the pips have been sown, not planted. And I put compost on top of them, but it's the kind of council compost that's crap, so you don't get any seeds in it.
yeah.
So it's like a bit of wheat suppressant. I'm going to put some horse muck on there and then leave them all year. And spray them this year for thrips. Immediately, as soon as they start coming up, I'm going to be thrips.
Yeah.
Because last year I had an awful time with them. So these are the new pots for this year. And every year I do a few new and then put them against the fence all year. So that's when you come into the garden from the gate, the first thing you see is them. So those are the pots for next year.
Looking at that gate there, are you completely enclosed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a meter high hedge as well.
Yeah.
And then we put up, the fencing was only about a meter high, but we put on another meter ourselves. So we're completely enclosed.
Yeah. Do you get intruders on site or not?
Yeah. It's been, touching wood, it's been good for about 3 years. We've had nobody in.
Yeah.
But before that, we used to get about, every week somebody got something pinched.
Oh.
I got pumpkins pinched, spinach, garlic, onions, everything. And it was even so bad, like the neighbor got leeks in a trench. So you could see where they pulled out the big leeks and they left the little ones. They picked the beans from the bean pools. So it was somebody who didn't care if they were caught or not. And then actually we caught one of them, but didn't say. We followed him home, saw where he lived, and went the next day and gave him a bunch of flowers and said, "This is what you don't have to pick from us. You can keep this." And we never saw him again. Like, this is all from last year, all the little bulbs that I couldn't plant this year that I said is going to be too small to do anything. They're not going to get any flowers for 2 or 3 years, so I bung them all in there. And then I just scattered them on the ground and put some compost over them, just so they were covered. And look, this is a really big surprise.
Oh, no.
I thought no one was going to get anything from it, so I didn't plant them. Yeah. That's just an apple tree. That's a golden delicious on the left, and on the right is a Cox's orange pepper. That's leeks I put back from last year for seeds for next year.
Good man.
Just ordinary eating leeks. And it works very well because took the seeds from last year, sowed them, and they all came up. It's nearly 100% germination.
Good.
And that's another row of, that's on the right hand side of the path, going the length of the garden. That's also pots, new ones for this year. And on the left are the pots again for the dahlias, for the gladiola. Same again from the other viewpoint. And that's the Cox's orange pepper. That's just another viewpoint again. That's a pear tree, conference pear. It's been there for 40 years. That one. So there's a chap next to me that has the garden and it's been there for 40 years this year. The gardens are there 50 now, and it's been there 40 years. He's the longest member of the society there. Right, that's from the right hand side. The first yellow pot is cauliflowers. Yeah. Then the next pot is spring cabbage that I used. I should get them about September, I think. I'm hoping for September and onwards. Then that's a tray of spinach. Then the 6 pot trays are we call them snow carpet. They're like little flowers that I put in the pots so they can spread and droop a bit. Then they're what they're called? Taggets. I can't remember what they're called in English now. You put them against marigolds. You put them with tomatoes and everything to get rid of the thing.
Victims.
Yeah, Mick.
Is that in a cold tunnel?
Yeah, it's my polytunnel, but I don't heat it. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't heat it this year because you can see all the weeds in there.
Yeah.
They were full of weeds, and the first thing I did when it started in the polytunnel to be about 6 degrees overnight, the first thing was let it stay 6 degrees and sprayed a whole polytunnel with Roundup. So I said, get rid of everything that's in these pots, then take it all out, and then the pots are going to tomatoes. I've also sown some what they call big. But it's giant-sized tomatoes to get the what's it called? Big sack. It's tomato variety, so you should be. I hope it's resistant, and we'll see what I get from them. But I'm not expecting much. I'll see. I've never done big tomatoes before, so maybe 1 or 2 on a plant. I'll have a look. Yeah, that's the most beautiful tulip in the garden. I don't know what they call those. It's a mixed bag. If you wait till, let's say, November, December, and you buy tulips online, you get mixed bags, about 100 tulips bulbs for about 10 euros here. So we buy the mixed bags and just plonk them in. So these are there, but they are really stunning color, and they're big as well. That's a view from the other side. That's the sweet potatoes. Put it up, the first lot of them. Then that's the first potatoes are chitting. That's called Berber, and the second one in the green basket is Sarpomira. So that's late cropping. I prefer them to the other ones. They're blight resistant. They do very well. They get big potatoes. Yep, let's same again. There's sweet potato slips. That's pots ready. Just to show you, I really do have 200 of them. I'm looking everywhere to put them in the garden. This is the stinky stuff. You remember when I put away fish fertilizer?
Yeah.
So that's first look inside what's left. And it's stunk to heaven. It should still ferment till June, if the recipe is right, what they said on YouTube. So just thought I'd have a look inside. That's not. You'll see the picture. It's in there as well. It's just everything is gone from in there. There, in the green pots are ginger and cumin, and then the leeks on the left are what's the name? Bulgarian giants. Then in the middle are 3. That's planted with 3. So 3 Bulgarian giants in a row. So 3 rows. Then in the middle are pot leeks, and then 3 rows of long branch leeks.
Yeah.
And what I had left, I put behind in pots for other people to get. Yeah, and these in the middle are the delphiniums I sowed about December time. So they're that now. They're that big. And the other ones I sowed, I think February time. They were the little ones you saw. Sweet peas, and that's the leeks I said I sowed. So I just take a pot out when they're bigger, tear them in 4 strips and put them in the garden, let them grow on, and then in June I plant them individually in their place where they should be. That's what's left of the fish fertilizer. So it needs to ferment more. So it should be okay about June time. I took them out of the ground now, so it doesn't freeze anymore, and I buried it in the ground really to stop rats or anything eating them. But they were full of rat tunnels under there. So that didn't bother them. So I said, I'll put them out now in the sun. So I dug them out and just leave them on the side now. And that's what it looks like now, and it sticks. That's one time I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it again.
What's your ratio for feeding? 10 to 1?
Yeah, it should be, but it needs to kind of ferment more and get concentrated more. And if all goes well, like it does, said on the YouTube channel, was the Viking Gardener, I think. It should be ready, and it's like a big treacly substance, like sticky.
Yeah.
It should be like reduced by the sun or by fermenting. So it should be ready in June. I'll have another look in June. I'll see what it does.
Nice.
And there the leeks again.
Looking well.
Yeah, I'm hoping they stay like that. Because it's raining here unbelievably, I can't get over there near. It's just the mud sticks to your shoes and everything. Unbelievable.
At least you know now you can get your own seed.
Yeah, I got it from what's it called? Vrekenzaden in Netherlands. And they had seeds there, but I don't know if they're any good or anything. But we'll see.
Yeah.
That's the same tulip again. That's the different stages, the same on the coast. That's it. Sorry I couldn't get on earlier, but the links didn't work, so somebody sent me a link now and that one works.
System's crap.
I'm going to save that link for next week and see if I can store it somewhere.
I'll get Aaron to have a look. He's here tonight. Before he leaves it back, just in case Ben don't come back. Thank you for that, Jeffrey.
Welcome.
Cheers, my mate. Right, let's get back with Russia. You've seen all this crap. Sorry, Jeffrey, we got through these. Right, I've just put my golf back in the compost bin. With a trial with some of the canna seeds. Another one is putting them in tissue on top of the fridge for a couple of days. And the warmth it gets in, because you've turned over the top, plus it's moist. But it did work the first week, and I've had two that's spurted. I potted them on. Obviously these didn't, but I bumped them back in, and he's just about to spurt. But you can get not dead but dormant seed. You know, not everyone you're going to get 100% germination. That's what. Also put more in from what you want, which is the same as anything in. But these are kind of dwarf pink, which would be perfect for my raised beds. So I've bunged them in, give them a good weight in, and bunged them in the propagator with tillers. These vents are open. They'll never be closed up where this gets too sweaty. I want a bit of air movement in there as well. Sun's out again. Good, Bennett. Look at them blue skies. Right, I've got to get my posts in, which I've done there. Got the two top ones in. This is for my netting for my sweet peas. The sweet peas are going up in between them two and that one. And all the panels, I think it's 5 panels altogether. Looks like I'll get nothing in there, not enough room. But these are wedged in solid. Luckily Brendan got a drawers off the line, so I've got them two in. And then the next two are going down. Once I've got them all in, we'll get the net up. Right, these are outside in the top of one of the raised beds, just above the tunnel. See the corblett's coming through now. That was a superb, because I don't know the name of it, but it was worth putting down from last year. That it flowered between 85 and 90 days. That's just to give me a rough idea. Might be completely different this year. But all I want is a fire gear. They're not staggered again, obviously. But all these are coming through now. And tomorrow night, we've got a forecast of frost again. So these will be covered with fleece, just in case. It's that end that are coming through. Do they get more sun? Don't know. Canners inside, you can see how quick these dry out. But new shoots, you can see them coming through. That's what I want to see. Right, what have I killed this year? Bougainvillea, my standard. Which I had in the raised bed top of the garden. I think I've jobbed him. I've jobbed these and all. So I might only have a couple of green fingers. Just in case. I'm going to put him inside tomorrow night. I don't know, frost to job him. I did put him out just to see if a mate upstairs could wake him up. 3 more out of the propagator. These have come through, as you can see. These are the field grown canners. So it's open pollinated, meaning them crossed, as you can see there. Zebra Picasso, fireworks, cross with a zebra, happy fireworks. So different crosses make they gear new colours of flower, obviously. Tulips, we had off Alan when he went to Amsterdam with his bird. Got us a load there. It's a bit blurry. I wish I could have got better photos of him. Right, me velvet eyes Gladdy. He's come through. He was through within about 5 days. Right, I'll bug him out somewhere when he gets a bit bigger. Right, let's start getting the nets up here. He's got to come off first. So I've just unclipped him or untied him and laid him down here. Now I'm clear that side. That one I pulled back out the road because he was halfway across here. So I'll get my net on there and work my way down. This one, I can't remember his name. But he had like a red flower with a yellow inner. But I've lost him as well this winter. Thought I'd done well with him. But he overwintered last year, but I think the worst one we had was -8 this year, and I've lost him. So that fence is all out the road. So once I get me netting on, then I just tie it and knot it. Once I've done the first knot, put a bit of spit on, pull that tight, and that makes that knot stronger when it dries. Hold it on. So there's my first netting across. Once I've got all the netting down, then I'll pull it down from the bottom. So when I bung my sweet, I'm putting one big pot of sweet peas, which I've got 5 or 6 in the middle of them two. That one and that. But that's my idea anyway. So I put my first net across there. Once I've opened this lot up, he'll go on to that one. Also my spare canes, which I've got, because they're coloured, painted the same colour as the fence. Them go behind me delphiniums to hold them up later on. So I'm pushing that in, and then I'll saw him off just under there, so he wedges under the fence, same as that one. As we look there, looks better. He's now been pulled out. He was snapping, telling me that there's nothing in there. This must have been, was it last night or last Sunday? Rugby England, well done girls. There's some bruises in there either, Gordon Bennett. Right, any new growth, weak growth, anything I got in the tunnel, I shall take it off because I don't need it. It'll be too weak anyway. If there's any fruit on, it'll be smacking on the deck. I've got enough shoots up there. There's a weaken. I'll take him off as well. Don't need it. If I need more stems, if I've got the room for more, then I don't. Down the brook again with Russian. This branch is overpowering that little chap there. So I pulled him away. Now he's free, he can breathe. Right, that netting is up, as we can see. So I've tied him back up. That netting is pulled down, although it's hard to see, but it is pulled down here as far as I can get it down. And I've pulled him down. So when I do put the sweet peas in, they've got somewhere to climb up. These are scented sweet peas, don't forget. That's what I told Artie next door, which is excellent. Keep the missus happy. So I've done the first two, which are there. This is the next lot. So I'll put him up that in first. Then I'll go into that, then I'll slice him up there. That's that lot up is onto three panels. That's it, 2 panels at the top. And I've come down a bit lower, the same height as that. Just these drop. So there's 3 panels of that height. And I've just, once he's secure, got him level, and I just pull these down. Not too much, because I don't want that sagging in really. Just enough that where I can get the sweet peas up. We can get away with it. Right, that's all up as well. You can see the netting hanging down here. Just about making out. He was put back up as well. He was taken off. So I'll put that up. And that's my sweet peas from last year. They've started going up already. So that's a photo of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. So there'll be a good dollop of sweet peas right in the middle of all. If I can get one in there, I'll put one in there. But we'll see how that goes. All of these have started coming through now. The gladioli. Another flower on my lemon. So he was missed spraying. Looking after the chap. I went on there eating leeks. That's from the bring and buy. Sweet peas at the back just coming through. There's my tray and petunias for there right there. Right, these lot back of the shed, top of the garden. If you remember, I used these because I got my canes in, apricot canes, and I had my runny beans out of these. Because I'd never used this bit of space years ago, because there was only crap behind the shed. Thought you'd got cold ground nothing there. And then that evening during the summer, these get about 3.5 hours of sun, which I never realised because I never even thought about it. I thought, well, I'm going to try it. Meaning, I got away with it with runny beans last year. What I'm going to do there is make spare exhibition peas for our show. But I'm going to revamp the beds. So I've took the netting off. That was on, stop the squirrels hiding his nuts. Then I started weeding, taking all the crap out. Just the warm muck. Then I've collected the top dressing, which is rabbit muck. Some of it's broke down, but I'm collecting that up so I'm going to use it again. Now I'm going to top dress. I'm going to top dress with some of my compost. So I should just scrape the top inch of new stuff up and away, and then get some old stuff out. top dress with that. Worms in, that's what I want. Because these are going in the bed for top dress. Working my way down. If there's any big lumps in, which are still going to break down in the compost, I'll take them out and put them back in the compost. Just get a bit more out. Bit blurred. Right, that's that lot done. Spread that out even again. Water it. Carpet it. Put my lid on. Greenhouse filling up now, as you can see. Right, roll his biochar out the garage with his stallion juice. Let's have a go with this. Look at that beautiful stuff. Also, field gathered sheep manure. Austin. Them two mixed together. That's going to be a good brew. So that is also going on top of my compost as an extra feed. Then that's going back on top, which I took off earlier on. So Rolly's feed's gone on. And now that rabbit muck from last year is going on. So this will be broken down within this year. Last thing to put on, the netting. Squirrel gets in there, he's going to have a field day. Or Russian. Russian might leg it in there and all. So that lot is pegged down because we have SAS squirrels. Close up. Next thing to do, get a good weight for it. What happened an hour later? Fiddle down. Another job out of the way. Motioned back down the brook. Right, anybody got any idea what these are? There's 2 trees and full of summit.
These are mistletoe.
Now, we got
That's
mistletoe top of the
It's
garden.
like a nest. We have them here. The black and white birds.
Magpies.
Yeah.
And bloody huge.
I'm going to say it's pterodactyl, isn't it, or whatever you call them.
Triffid.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
I mean, that's the first and all. They're huge. Tulips started coming out again. These, that might be common sense, but when the sun comes out, these open right up. They close them up again when the sun was in. Russians the same. But the colours in them superb. Right, raspberries. Both late fruiting. The news down there. These are from last year. They spread every year. You've got to sort them out, thin them. I mean, you ain't got to, but you get smaller. If you do, all I want is 5 plants, meaning I'm going to get juicier and larger fruit, tastier fruit. So that's what I want. All I want is 5 in the middle. So there's 2 coming up there. I want the one in the middle. So he's going to be redundant, keeping that one. And the others looking at all these suckers. Just pull that out or go down with my fingers as far as I can reach and then just cut them off. But when I had them on the plot, they go for bloody miles. Just get the 5 strongest plants. Then lot go in the compost. Near enough in the middle. That'll do. Looking at my straws, obviously bird's eye view. These ain't dead, they're just coming in. Now these have had some bloody good frost this year. Although the wall's got a bit of protection. But I mean, we've had -7, 8. And I don't think that all these have survived, but they have. And in fact, one of them, we've got fruit on them already. Tomorrow we might get a shot. This one, they look a bit naff, but there's new growth coming. Good on you. Obviously, there's no wind, so the nice sunny day. Some banana skin juice with rainwater after 24 hours. All the indoor plants. Bring it outside, give everything a good way to it. Can do with a bit more green for my compost, so this needs trimming anyway. I'll be trim this lot so Russian don't get tempted. That's better. The hound in the sun, proper poultry. Chopping everything up. If I'm chopping peppers, anything like that, carrots from the kitchen. Wasting on leggies and it was a mix some of that. Lots of fruit. Once again mixed with all my other goodies. That lot will go in the compost. So there's my last lot I'll put in. Most of that's been broken down already. I did my next dollop. Good watering. Cover it. The worms they'll come up from the bottom. Start yobbing that lot. Because it's food. Exactly the same as a wormery. How that looks. Lid on. In fact, more stuff was bought out. The lemon from the greenhouse. And the lemon which I got in the living room. How about that, Paul? Get away with that, delicious. So obviously a weekly feed of the lemon juice. Lemon feed, not lemon juice, you know. You all up the sun, opens them up. And you see the colours inside. Composting. Common sense, eh? Everything likes the sun. And them lot have just started out this afternoon. Top one, the bigger. He's putting new growth on now, the newest lemon. Right, these are me bedding, I forget the name, but they're going in between me tray and petunia. If you've got the room like I have here, you know, because these are getting a bit bigger, if you've got the space like there, I'm now going to rearrange this lot so they got space in between them all. Plus there's better air movement. Just looking after the plants. That was feeding them plants. Most of these have got signs of stuff coming through. Cormorants. Right, now we are getting a bit of sun. He's plugged in again. My solar powered fan. Just to get a bit of air ventilation. I know the sun ain't that strong. There's still a bit of air movement, which is what I want. Bonsai, I think I've killed him and all. But Canners are doing well, so I'm pleased with him. Just upending one of the canners, just have a nose, yeah. Although it is a bit blurred, you don't see the white rings. That's what I want to see. Roll his sheep by our muck. I'm drawing that out. I'm keeping that. This is Lord Nelson, 25th of the 3rd. This was sown, sweet peas. Plus there's old fashioned as well, same date. We'll need pinching out soon. Right, 3 wines on the go. And then got to check these till June. The OC's cleaning well. There's a fuss one. More photos of these. There's the suns on them. The cock up I made with these, putting the tulips in, because last year, well, I only had them, I didn't have them up there then, there were 2 extras for this year. But I started my gladies off in here last year, because I got tulips in. They've still going to be drying off, by the time I put my gladies out, so the beds down this side, I'm going to have the gladies first. Right, another good watering on all my canners. And that was perhaps I was out the composting, just a shoot, and he started bloody growing, he spurted himself. Should have potted it on, see what he come out as. But that's got a good brew under him. And then it is, once it is dry, I'll keep it better if it's dry. Well, I'm now going to pinch all the sweet peas out. There's some you can leave on, but if you are going for show, which I am, eventually, that's what I want them for. Obviously, the bonus and whatever else is left in, if the missus and the next door neighbour, that's the smell of them. But I'm going to pinch the lot out. That will give you better blooms, larger blooms. So all them pinch out. 2 pair of leaves above. Some still growing at the back. It's still not coming through yet, but I'm still watering these daily. I won't give up on any of them. I had 1 lot of Johnson sweet pea seed. I thought, well, got nothing to lose, still a trial. You know, I'm a bit late, but we still might, well, we're still getting for the coffee. These are the old fashioned as well. Wilco, I got these from. So 2 quarter side seed trays, paper on the bottom, clover compost with vermiculite up against my compost. So normal thing, hand fork, scrape away 2 inches and put some pumpkin in. Get all the worms out, don't need no worms in there. So there's the clover, there's my compost. Just another trial. Put all the bits back in what I don't want. Count my seeds and then split them between the 2. Plug them in, then cover with the vermiculite. Give them a watering. Lukewarm water, not cold. Rainwater, not tap. Help them out every way you can. Common sense here. Put my labels in. Date they were sown. If I do any well with them, then I shall sow the same time again next year. Fans whizzing away merrily. Them pegs, I knew they'd come in useful. Because we were on top of the hill, we've had high winds and it's been blowing this door out. So I'll now wedge them in with a couple of pegs. Propagate then, still checking that daily. Them 2 which I've just done with the sweet peas. Because they are quarter side trays, I'll get them in as well. It's that 1 full size seed tray with a 15 tray insert, plastic cups. With them pushed right over there, I'll get these 2 perfect. And I've still got room for some down here, as you can see. So that's working well so far. Right, this water, it's been about 3 or 4 days, you can see starting just going a bit dirty. So new cups out again. Pick them out with a spoon, dry them off. Because you do get a film over them. And you'll see it's just coming through. And there's the film, although it is a bit blurred, it's like foxhorn. It's only dirt in the water. But it's stopping it. from doing what it's doing. So I'll just clean that lot off as well with a kitchen roll. Yeah, you see the gum. Yeah, you do nothing. So once I've cleaned them out in their new drinking cups, put some lukewarm rainwater, about ½ inch. Raspberries doing well. This was down Lidl. Was it halfway during the week, I think. I've seen these two. Well, this lot here. We'll have a closer nose. Because Keith gave me a couple of climbers to my fence this side. I've lost them. Another 2 things I've lost this year. There's these two. I had 2 different ones. First one was honeysuckle, Belgium. Look at that Austrian flower. And that was the other picture. Matana, Rubens, tomatoes. Then we'll do me. Here's one of the old ones I had. I'm gone to him. Waiting for a little spurt. But this just snaps off cleanly. Which is a good sign. There's the other one. He looks dead as a ferret and all, like he was. I've gone to him, but what are you going to do now? So I've left that little framework in just to help him out go up that road.
Mick,
Yes,
that Montana Rubens,
yeah.
it'll cover that all that fence, you know.
Will it?
Yeah,
That'll do. I better get some net up then.
it'll be rather dense. Probably get to about 30 foot or more.
Gordon Bennett. I've only got 8-foot canes.
No, I mean, it'll go along the fence.
I'm pulling your plonker.
Yeah, it'll go along the fence.
That'll do, mate.
All right.
I better get some net up there and then help it out. Good man. So I've got a bit of Rowley's brew. I've got me a little bowl there, ready for when I get my end fork out, ready to pot him in. Yeah, tells me he needs potting out. So I've dug the hole there, got all the crap out. It's deep enough, so I've firmed him in. Some of the growing medium which I've got out, pushed back in there, firm that around the plant itself. Now I'm going to cut them little green clips, what they use, the tape, cut them off, pull the cane out, and then tie them to these. Help them out with a bit of string, just up to one of my wires up there. There's one that side as well. That's the first one in, and the next one's going in. It's my Delphinians coming through. Good. He's in about a good level, firmed him in as well, tied him up. Pull the cane out, cut all the crap off him, tied him in. Perfect. Russian went for, what did he go for? Haircut. A perm, that was the word. Went for a perm. 3 monthly. Look at her little face. It was a good wench. But it's got to be bloody tied up. Alright, too bad. When he finished, he sprayed it with something as though we'd got a date. First thing I did when I got home, I ain't having that smelly crap on me. And rub it off. Probably rolling in her own fiddle or something. Get a good scent back. Yeah, it's a good was it yesterday? No, was it Saturday, last Saturday? Another good game. Well done, gals. And that's it, people.
I think it was yesterday, Mick.
Was it? Right, sorry about the cock up with people trying to get on. I'll ask Aaron tonight to see if he can bloody sort it out.
I got the link from Kat now, and that one seems to work. But I had 2 links spare. They
Yeah.
didn't work. It just said old link. I
Mm.
couldn't get on.
Jeffrey,
Yeah.
is that clear what Jared sent you?
Yeah. I got the name of them. I'm going to source them for next year.
Yeah, there's about in that book. There's probably about 30 pages.
Oh.
I don't know how many white ones there are, but good. There.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
No plastic, but thank you for that input then, Jeffrey.
Oh, very welcome.
Rowley, have you dropped off? Rowley, I've just scored.
It ain't only me then.
Oh, but yours is through drink.
Nah.
Cheers, Suzanne.
Mick, a few weeks ago, you were upstairs photographing the garden from above,
Yeah.
and you commented on 2 pink flowers growing there, and the bushes covered
Oh,
in
yeah.
them. And you asked what the name was.
Yeah.
The camellias.
That's it all. Mrs. said that, but we're more too sure. Camellia or...
The camellia.
Yeah. Good. Thank you for that. Good to see you back, Andy.
Thank you.
Good.
It's good to be back.
Good. There will be a Zoom next week. If anybody's got any bits, just let me have them.
I might have some updates here.
Good man.
I did some shallots today. I
Oh, yeah.
bought from Wilkie Bed Son. I don't even realize I had so many. 70